I'm going to break all of Keith's rules today. Sorry, Keith. I'm going to talk about myself. Some of you may remember me. My name's Tearle. I've done such stupid things as trying to put Peter Mackenzie into an access point and I can't work my mouse. So it begins. Two seconds, I apologise for this. But anyway, I've tried to fit Peter Mackenzie into an access point. I've also used a video to do a presentation on a bank robbery for packet captures that didn't really go down too well when I did it in a bank. Not really the cleverest of things to do. But what we're talking about today, and I want to thank Landon for this, he started this last year. This is about mentoring the next generation of WLAN professional. Notice I'm not standing there and I'm not talking about a Wi-Fi professional. I'm talking about wireless LAN professionals. So we're going to take the next generation of Padawan and we're going to turn them into Jedis. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're little fellas with their little masks and the lightsabers are cool. But a Wookiee as a Jedi? Sorry, I think that's really cool. So, as I said, I'm going to break Keith's rules and I'm going to talk about me. So when I was young, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to learn how to fall out of an aeroplane and blow stuff up. However, I was young, I was stupid, I was lazy, and I thought you could just join the paras and it'd be easy. They wouldn't want any kind of fitness, you wouldn't want them running around and anything like that. And they went, no, Mr. Tearle, you have asthma, you can't join the paras. Slightly disappointed. They said, well, you can join the REME. And the REME is about fixing the tanks and all that. And that's what I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So what I did is I found an apprenticeship and I started, my apprenticeship was actually building and fixing diggers and these big dumper trucks. So I started to learn how to fix things and break things and take things apart. And I kind of like got a little bit clever and I was like, ooh. But if you've ever worked on these pieces of equipment, covered in hydraulic oil and diesel is horrible. You stink. Your hands are all gunky for weeks and your nails start falling off. It's horrible. So I moved to the dark side. I moved into sales. And I started doing this thing called the Yellow Pages. Now, there are a lot of people in this room that will remember the Yellow Pages, but for the youngsters in the room, it was a big phone book with lots of telephone numbers, right? And you'd ring your dominoes from the phone book. So I moved into sales, and then I found this company that did networking. And we're talking about Novell, and we're talking about hubs and all that kind of thing. And they had this stuff called wireless. And it was all smoke and mirrors to me. It was like shaving a pixie dust and a unicorn horn, and it all worked. And then it didn't work. And then you had to try and work out why it didn't work. And I found this course. I think a lot of us know this course. A lot of us have been involved in doing the CWNA, the CWNE. And I passed this course and I thought I knew it all. I thought I was really, really clever. And I had an interview. And it was for a senior role and I thought, yeah, I could do this. And this is the guy that interviewed me. If you know this is Devin Aiken. Devin Aiken is very, very clever and very, very scary in a technical kind of way. Because when you think you know it all and you don't know it all, he challenges you and he asks you to think about things. And I learned so much from that interview process that it kind of almost started a fire. It lit the spark even more. I wanted to learn more. So I gave Devin a little nudge because he was trying to do this. There was a course running in America. And it was the beta course. And this guy was running it. So I walk into this room in Atlanta. Keith, I think you were there. I mean, I've walked into this room and there's some really, really scary people in this room. You know when you get that naughty student that sits at the back of the room? That was me. So there was Dave Coleman. There you go, Dave. You're up there. I got you on the screen. No, I haven't. I got Dave Coleman on the screen. But there was all these clever guys. And the great thing about it was I didn't feel stupid in that room. I may have asked some stupid questions. I'm not afraid to say that. But I learned, I mentored. Dave Coleman signed my CWNA book. I was really proud about that. And then in the long term, I went and I passed my CWAP. when we look at this, it's sitting in the room with these guys and doing what we're doing right now that enables people to learn. I said to you earlier, I'm not going to talk about the next Wi-Fi professional. I'm going to talk about the next WLAN professional. And don't slate the colours. I quite like it, right? But look at the technologies that are in our industry. Mark's doing a presentation on Wi-Fi Halo. Troy's been doing LoRaWAN. We have different technologies in this industry that we all share and we all need to learn about. So when we're talking about educating and mentoring that next generation of wireless professional, we want to be sharing the knowledge that all of us actually have and that can actually give to people back into the room. So, my wife is really happy for being in my job. She doesn't get to see me for a week. I come home and I bring presents, so I travel quite a bit. So I ended up in a place called Berlin. Quite nice. Good beer, good food, game on. And I was at an event for a small company called Extreme. Sorry, I didn't mean that in any way. A company called Extreme. Dave Coleman was there. And this guy walks up to me. This gentleman's name is Marcel. He's based out of Berlin. He's a system engineer for Extreme. And he said to me, and these are the exact words, Ian, I got into Wi-Fi because of a conversation that you had with me 2.5 years ago. That makes you feel good. You know, that's one of those things you go, ooh, really? So he's now trying to do his CWNE, and he's got some great guys out in Germany that are supporting him through this. And my other favourite one, she is in the room somewhere. This is the one I'm really proud of. There she is, hey Ginger Pie. I didn't really do a lot. I just pushed her and nudged her and said, no, you can do this. This is easy. This isn't difficult. So she sent out a load of documents and we read the documents and I went, you need to cut out a lot of that. There's a lot of fluffy stuff in there. You don't need to do it. So it's about mentoring. It's about taking these guys. You know, in this room somewhere, I bet you there are people that haven't done their CWNAs. But you'd like to, wouldn't you? We need to find these people and we need to work with these people. We need to educate. We need to share the knowledge. So, JD summed up really well earlier. You know, he's in marketing. I'm not in marketing. I'm a sales engineer. But I can stand, I can talk, and I can tell stories. And JJ, by the way, thank you. You mentioned earlier about doing blogs and helping people and listening to people and talking to people. We share knowledge together. So what I want to do is I want someone to take away some actions from this. If we find that spark, let's really pour some fire on that. So these people that want to do their CWNAs, they want to go to the next stage of the CWAPs. They want to get the CWNEs. Let's help them. Let's mature them. Let's motivate them. Let's give them a bit of drive. And in some cases, let's give them a little kick. Not physically, because you get in trouble for that nowadays. Political correctness and all that is, you know, but a little nudge. And finally, there is a Jedi Wookiee. Believe it or not, there is a Jedi Wookiee out there. I mean, I know it's not real, all right? But there is a Jedi Wookiee, and that person has gone from being a little Padawan, he's moved, he's grown, he's done the training, he's been supported. He wasn't supported by the bad guy with the big black mask. He wasn't supported by him. So, my name's Ian Tearle. I want to thank you very much for your time. If you want to talk to me, you'll usually find me in the bar. I'm English. It's what we do. Thank you very much.